Hello everyone, I'm Angelica Firdos and my name B1024201010, and today I'm in good conditions. I want to show that the strategic HR management and planning from page 38 to 69. So what I learned from reading this article is how to start up propositions that can survive in an era of high competitions, hence the need for a strategic planning process. The process begins with the organization's missions, that continues with a SWOT analysis, set goals and objectives. Formal organizational strategy formulates a supporting functional strategy, then implements the last evaluations and assessments. Organizations must be able to use existing resources in order to outperform competitors. The missions contained in the organizations is a strong framework in the strategic planning process and the reasons for the existence of the organizations. The strategy used also determines the number, nature, and ability of people needed in the organizations so that the overall strategy works according to the plan. Move to page on 37. What I get from reading this HR headline is the success of this real health system to reduce costs and prevent layoffs in the midst of the national economic crisis. Costs reduced by $45 million and increased revenue by $25 million. This saved as many as 200 positions that returned with layoffs, involving employees in sharing information, forming a relationship between employees and the organizations, has a positive impact on making the memorial gain a competitive advantage through the effective use of its human resources. What is strategic planning? Strategic planning is a process carried out by taking into account several points of difference in setting a planning strategy, such as determining the missions and goals as a framework for why the organization was founded, then SWOT analysis to identify opportunities and threats and see the organization's ability to deal with the problems it faces. Strategic planning should analyze regularly because conditions can change and manager must react to an ever-changing environment. I want to talk the difference between traditional human researches and strategic human researches. Traditional human research management in HR systems and practice is more reactive due to its reactive nature. Often there is a little strategic planning involved in traditional human research management. So teams are not always aware of what they can do before a company or employee needs help, nor is decisions making using data. Meanwhile, strategic human research are proactive, where the management teams establish long-term plans that are implemented to help the organizations achieve its goals by making the right decisions based on data. In the SWOT analysis, there are HR factors, for example, strengths that refers to be long-term such as intellectual capital owned by the workforce or having good adaptation to change. There are weaknesses that can be a challenge for HR such as lack of skilled employees, and lastly, opportunities in HR such as improving reputations of the organization, and the last is traits that can have a negative impact on the organization, such as competitive forward to economic uncertainty. Human capital effectiveness measures. The measures of effectiveness of human research is a measure of the quality and how productive are human research over time, which is then developed to be ready to carry out strategies and reduce failure in achieving goals. It is using human capital value 8 or HCVA. Value-added human capital is the exchange of operating profitability by subtracting operating expense, except for labor costs from revenues, and dividing by the total number of full-time workers. The formula will yield full operating profit per employee. We move to critical thinking activities and how technology has changed jobs in an organization. One of the influential technologies in the workplace is the use of social media. Social media is no longer a place for flexing, but also for sharing information, voicing ideas and opinions. And human research management must see the potentials of employees through their posts that can be the selling points of the organization. This clear activity can be used to analyze competitors such as trends, new products, and campaigns that the company creates. The process to use for identifying the companies of the HR strategic planning process. Strategic planning usually covers a time frame of 5 years, taking internal and external strengths into account when making strategic plans. These components consist of the organization's missions, then SWOT analysis with planning is a continuous cycle with manager continuously monitoring and responding to changing the environment and competitive conditions. Managers then define goals for the planning cycle and formulate organizational level strategies to achieve those goals. Each functions within the organizations then formulates a strategy that will link and support the organization level strategy. Strategic plans are evaluated regularly because conditions can change and managers must react to an ever-changing environment. The HR strategic plan integrate and support giving awards or rewards to employees and providing healing space for employees so that they can raise well. Also, when working, employees will be in a good mood. Employee contributions can also be met to the maximum and provide an open space for employees to express their opinions and share their ideas. I have read the case on page 68 and I get so many insights. Many organizations do not implement HR analytics because data analytics skills are still lacking. In addition to lack of researchers, the use of this analytics is also quite complicated and difficult in some companies. To adopt HR analytics requires special training to be able to use existing methods and techniques. The use of analytics must also be applied positively in HR. HR professionals develop the needed skills to analyze and interpret metrics. This can be by improving the performance of organizational goals into specific individual goals that have been set by employees and managers. Performance is assessed several times every 2 years. Employees are assessed based on performance and potential. Employees with high performance but low potential are perfect scores. Comparison between one employee with the other can be done, then evaluate the performance. If employee gets a rating below, then will be replaced by a more competent applicant. And these related areas include training, expenditure per employee, and labor costs. I hope this video can have benefits for people to know more about strategic planning in HR management, and I hope also you enjoy watching this video. And that's all for me. See you for the next chapter.